Welcome to this look at some quality new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday the 15th of August. We've got some new mods, we've got quite a few updates, quite a few maps have been updated. The map Crossplay Spakovo by Rajo, Gplay and Jankus has had an update that doesn't say if it needs new save game. I have scoured through quite an extensive changelog, so I would suggest if you are going to play on it or have been playing it, go and check on that. The map Ossekust 22 Final by Taker LS. That says new save game is not required. The map El Villarejo by ER Shabba doesn't say if it needs a new save game or not, but I do apologise if I have missed where it says. I have been through them to try and find it. I couldn't find it. Then we got the map Erlenberg by West Modding. That also doesn't say if it needs a new save game or not. And the map Cow Farm by ABT Frankie Y says that a new save game is required. We've then got the Rentner H21D Steep Slope pack by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. Actually, the next 4 are the Rentner F20D, the Komatsu Forwarder pack, the Komatsu 931 Harvester pack, the Pons Scorpion King, all by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau, the Lizard ML Low Loaders by Jens M, the Claas Taurian 1914 pack by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau, the pack of Balers with Windrowers by Hispano, the Massive Ferguson 2270 US edition. Is that US edition? Yes, US edition by AgrarModding ABP team. We've then got the Lizard D55A by JMZ Zdun, the Krone trailer pack by MW Mika 3615, her Krupp, El Matador and Weekend Farmers. Those have all had updates. So in front of me we've got the single family house by Betonowy Lukasz. This is 12 megabyte download, 17 slots, 63,000 to buy. You'll find it under build mode and farmhouses. Oh, hang on, that's better. Sleep trigger just there, wardrobe trigger just there. We can't go inside the building, but there it is. Looks like it's got a basement. Not that makes any difference, you can't go inside the building. Single family house by Betonowy Lukasz. Next we've got this. This is the manure tank. This by Holden, HB Modding. 1.73 megabyte download. It is 20 slots, 2,500 to buy. You'll find it in build mode under containers. Just there. This is a buy point for you to buy your slurry from. I've got a little clip actually, because one of the other mods we're going to look at in a little while needed some slurry or digestate, but I thought I'd check and see how well this worked. So I'll cut to that clip now. Just to show it in operation. Very nice looking mod this, well, nicely detailed. Purchase point for slurry. Just there. So that's the manure tank by Holden HB Modding. Next up we've got this pack. Metal hanger pack by Coco59 Modding. It's 2.14 megabytes download. They're 4 slots each. 24,500 for the closed in on 3 side version, and then 14,500 for the open on all sides version. Build mode and sheds is where you'll find them. Slot counts come down to 1 on both. There's no colour options on them. You get them just like that. Now these have got lights under there and what looks like a light switch here, although I can't get anything to come up, so I'm assuming that's just a sensor timer. I think that's the point of it. For the lights to come on automatically. Not a bad size. Plenty of room. Same with this one. We've got one here as well, but again nothing comes up to turn the lights on yourself, so I assume the lights on that are automatic. I'm going to check again because it's probably going to say in the description. Nope, doesn't say. So yeah, that is an assumption on my part, but that is the metal hanger pack by Coco59 Modding. Next we've got these, and these are really nice as well. Detail on these, fantastic. This is the old log sheds pack by Agrogaatti. 17.47 megabytes download. There are 4 in this pack. We've got 3 under sheds, 4 slots, 4 slots and 5 slots. 1 under silos, which is 4 slots and holds 80,000 litres. It's basically a hayloft, which is that one there at the front. But I love the fact, I think it does say in the description, these are based on, these buildings are modelled after real buildings. Due to the age and requirements at the time, they cannot necessarily fit all the biggest equipment. However, these are a perfect option if you want to use small sized equipment, small and medium, sorry, and want a more aged feel to your farm. Like I say, they've got that kind of, you know, that kind of rickety, because you've got that kind of bends here and there and the odd board popping out. The level of detail with just a little hint of kind of moss or algae on it. Very, very nice. So porch overhang on this one, sliding door. Nice metallic look on the rust there. And even the end cuts on the logs. I mean, look at that. That looks like it's been built like a proper log cabin. That attention to detail. With your stone plinth around the bottom as well for your base plate. Nice. Then this one is double-sided. One side open, one side closed in. Not sliding doors on this. I like the fact the sound effects are different. Open this one up. We have a little side door here we can just walk into. It is open, or can open both ends as well. Plus we've got side doors here. We can go right through and out the other side as well. Again with this, like the rust on the inside as well. I mean, look at it. The odd little gap as well. You can see a little bit of light through. And drive through here. And out the other end. I left that there, shouldn't have left that there. That's alright. We've got this, which is a hayloft. Now this has got hay and straw in, although it's only showing as hay. It will hold 80,000 litres total. So as you can see, I've got hay and straw, and both of those come to about 80,000 litres. And again, that bow in the roof, which shows its age. Under build mode and sheds. So here we've got that one, which is 5,000. This one is 8,000. This one is 12,000. And we come from there and go to our silos. Out on the end there. This one here, 80,000 litre hayloft for £2,000. That's pretty good. Very impressive. And like I say, nice looking set of mods. That's the old log sheds pack by Agrogaatti. Next, we've got this, or representative. This is the Lizard Forestry Tree Shears by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. 2.48 or 18? 2.18 megabyte download. 2 slots each, and it's this. So this isn't a tree harvester, it is literally a shear, a big old blade that cuts through. This can be used for cropping of trees, cropping of branches. It depends what you attach it to. It doesn't give you recommendations for what it will attach to, but part of the Platinum expansion, I've got the Volvo out here. There are loads and loads of excavators in game, so again, I can't go through and check all of them, but it hooks on. I don't know if it specifies that Platinum expansion. Oh yes, it did, didn't it? Attention, the Platinum expansion DLC is absolutely required, it says. Absolutely. So, under build mode, not build mode, tools and forestry. And there are 2 options. So you've got the BS50, which is 50 centimetres for the smaller trees. The BS90 at 90 centimetres for your slightly larger girth of trees. Options on these, we can change the main colour to anything on that palette, which does that bit. The claw colour, like so. Hose protection does that. It's just got a big old piston arm on it. Now, look at that. So what I'm going to do is try and get a bit higher on this. If we turn this on, turn on the shear, opens it up, and you can see that great big blade. I mean, it's basically just a guillotine, really. Now, depending on your tree, this was quite top heavy, so I've got to be careful here. I can't even see now. On the tree, I think I am. Right, cut. Closes the whole thing up. Will it allow me to lift it but still maintain some kind of dignity? I lost it. I think for smaller trees it would have grabbed it. It's probably too tall on the top end. But you can see it just, I mean, it's just that crunching sound, and it just takes the tree off once it's on the ground, and like I say, it won't harvest it. There's no cut length or anything like that. This is just for chopping stuff up, cutting limbs off. You can use it for loading and that kind of thing. If we do that down and then tilt it that way. Cut. There you go. So we'll grab hold of the part you've cut, depending on the length of it, obviously. And then you can load, if you want to, you can load those parts on. So if you are just trimming, you can. Then when you're done, you can release the tree, which will open that up and drop it down, and you can go again for your next one or whatever you want to do. If you're done, turn off your shear, close that up. Kind of protects the blade. I still want to get too close to it. I mean, in essence, that's what it does. Having a fiddle around with how you specifically want to use it, of course, would be something that you can have a play around with, if that's your thing. That's the Lizard Forestry Tree Shears by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. Next, we've got over here the Krone TX 560D by AgrarModding. This is 20.13 megabyte download, 17 slots. This will hold silage, forage type crops. This is not all grain types. 56,000 litres. Very nicely made and detailed. You will find this under tools and trailers. Right there, 72,000. We've got the option of Michelin, BKT of Vredestein. Under Michelin, we've got those. Under BKT, we've got those. Under Vredestein, we've got those. You've got no reflector, white, red, orange, yellow, yellow one, no reflector, cover, no cover, solid green cover, Krone cover, or none, rim colour, anything on that palette at all, and those are your options. So, start that. If we open the cover, like that, we do also have L1, R1, and left stick side to side. That front axle can raise and lower. So depending on how much weight you've got in it, you've got the option to raise and lower that front axle. Lighting, I do like that. That you turn the lights on, turn it off. The Krone logo comes alight on that. That's very cool. I'm not saying other versions haven't had it, but just, you know, that's what I'm seeing. We do have the option as well under R1 and right stick up and down. Depending on what tractor you're on, you can adjust the bar so you can get your level just right for going down the road, depending again on your load. Then unloading, like that. Pretty fast unload. That's the Krone TX 560D by AgrarModding. Next, we've got this. This is representative of a pack. This is the round balers pack with Windrower by Hispano, 191.62 megabytes download. These range in slot counts from 23 to 33. There was the square baler pack, which I think got an update today, didn't it? And this is the round baler version. So if we go into our tools and we go to our balers, if you see your standard in-game balers here, and I'll keep going. So we start there with the Impress 125F Pro and Windrower, the Kuhn VB 3190, the Rollant Unirap, the Impress 185 VC Pro. Oh, what's the difference between that? 185, oh, 185 and 125. So that's just the 125F without the wrapper. That's the Pro with wrapper. Then you've got the fast bale on the end as well. So I've gone for the fast bale just to be representative of the pack. Options are pretty much the same across the board. There's a couple of little variances within them, but we have got the option of a 10.3 metre, a 12 metre, a 16 metre and a 20 metre Windrower. There's no option to have no Windrower, so if you want this, that's fine. If you don't want a Windrower, you want to go for a standard one. We've then got Wheelbrand, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back again. No options within those, just those. Now brand decals, that's for the actual Windrower. If you look at the front, that says Claas at the moment, but we can change that. We've got Case, Fendt, John Deere, Krone, Kubota, Kuhn, Massey Ferguson, New Holland, Bottinger, Pertinger, Vicon and Off. So we don't want one. So if you wanted to, for example, let's go with, I don't know, let's say for example John Deere. So you could simulate the fact that the actual front Windrower section is supplied by a different company and attached on if you want to. So we've got work lights, yes or no, that's for the front section as well, that puts them up there. We've then got foil colour, massive selection to choose from with regard to foil colour, and that's the same on all of them, which changes your wrap on the back. So baler main colour, now we can change the baler main colour if you want to, but if you want to keep it in whichever company you've got it as, you can, but you can change it if you want to. I'm going to take it back and just put it on standard Claas for the time being. So colour of the baler does that section. And again, that will vary depending on the different baler. Then we've got the Windrower main colour. This is the same on all of them. So if we want to go for that John Deere look, because I've gone for the John Deere decal, we can do that. And if you wanted to, we can go for John Deere on that as well. Or you can go with the metallic on that. There's a few different metallic options. If you want to go more metallic, that sort of purpley pink looks awful on there as well. Rim colour again, anything on that palette. And license plate option there too. Now, which was the one, I'm trying to think, one I grabbed initially. I think it might have been one of the Pertinger ones. Because when you go down to something, like most of the other options are the same, but it was the baler colour. If we change that, for example, does that bottom section, and then the colour, other colour does that. So depending on the baler will depend on which portions of the will actually change the colours. But as far as the Windrower goes, that remains the same, and everything else is pretty much, like I say, as it comes. So you can pick and choose between the ones you want. I've gone for this with a sort of brighter green wrap on it. Kubota, I went for a Kubota Windrower, but again, it's up to you. And then the actual baler itself. So unfolding, so this is the 20 metre, and what I love the unfold on this, so as it comes down and then it extends out, so it telescopes. Once it's finished telescoping, the back will unfold on the fast bale. So I've gone for the baler wrapper. So turn off automatic, I don't know whether that on, turn baler on. We're all good to go. And this should absolutely honk through at 20 metres wide. Now with the fast bale, as we've always found, when this came out, a lot of people are saying it's running really slow. I don't understand, it's not. The more you're putting through it, the slower it will run. So yes, it is still doing 20 metres, but this will not run at 10 miles an hour because it's trying to cope with the amount of stuff coming through. That being said, I just missed a little bit there. It's interesting. Might have to slow down a little bit there. Pre-chambered it, back-chambered it, there we go. But that will do the job, won't it? That's a bit of kit, isn't it? Like I say, just go through, find the one you want. Doesn't have to be wrapping. If you've got a wrapper, you can still do your hay bales and straw bales. It just doesn't do the wrap bit on the end. Nice animations on the fold, sorry, on the unfold and the operation itself. A little bit of dust coming up as well, which is a nice touch. So stop there. Lift that up. Start to fold it. Well, I'll wait for that to finish doing its thing. Then we'll fold it up. That's the round balers pack with Windrower by Hispano. Next, we've got this. Not this. This is a. I suppose it's a little bit of a puzzler actually. This is the AT 5104-5104 pack by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. 28.56 megabytes download, 16 slots each. So this takes the Oxbow that we got from Giants when the Oxbow pack came out, the AT5104, and gives you the Plurger option or the Oxbow version. I don't know why it didn't do it as one. Just in the options, it just gives you the option to switch it over, because it's actually two separate vehicles, but the options are identical on both. Again, as far as I can tell, it's a nicely made mod. It just gives you a lot more colour options and a few different changes. It's got flashing lights on the front as well if you go for the flasher unit on it. So it's just a few more options than the base game. So this you'll find under vehicles. Did I say what it was? 28.56 megawatts? Yeah, I did, didn't I? So under slurry tanks is where you find that. So there's the standard Oxbow. Price is the same, 381 grand. Options on the standard one are just wheels. That's it. Wheel brand, wheel setup. So if we look at, like I say, both of them the same, so Plurger or Oxbow, capacity is the same, everything, all the information is exactly the same. But if we click on this, so we've got the option of Mitas, Trelleborg, Michelin, Bugatti, Vredestein, back again. And the Mitas we've got those two, and the Trelleborg, those two, and the Michelin, we've got those. I went for that because I thought it just looked really cool. We've then got BKT, those two, Vredestein, those two, back again. We've got beacon lights. Let's go through design 1 through, is it 9 or something like that? Let's go through, or it might be 11. Nine. Yes, I was right. 9. There we go. So different options on your beacons. Then you got window tinting, yes or no. So this is just all in addition to. But like I say, I'm not sure why it didn't have an option here for it to be Plurger, Oxbow, and one of the options you just pick which one you want rather than have two separate mods. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a modder, but there's obviously a reason for it. We've then got front flasher. At the moment, no or yes. It puts 6 flashing lights on the front grille. We've then got main colour. Anything on this panel, there's metallics, there's all sorts on here. Let's go for that, sort of red metallic. And if we put the strip, let's go yellow, or if we go for something a little bit brighter yellow maybe. There we go. So mix and match to your heart's content. Seat colour, let's go bright green so you can see it, so you can change the seat colour and the buddy seat. And then rim colour, we've got a metallic and a black. And then you can again just run through and pick whatever you like, really, like that, and a license plate option on there too. And then if we just quickly look at this one, options are exactly the same. Scroll through, it's the same vehicle, same options, just the Oxbow version. So I've gone for the Plurger one. Now this obviously, again saying obviously, if you're new to the game, it's not obvious. This is a tanker but requires an attachment on the back. If we come back into here and we go to our slurry tanks, anything that's an attached piece of equipment like that Schrauten there, or the Bomek, and then we've got the Zunhammer. It won't take these ones because these ones wrap around and it's too wide, but anything like this that goes on the back. Some are cultivators and slurry at the same time, some are just drag hoses, but it depends what you've gone for. And I've gone for the Bomek on the back of there. So let's jump in, start it up. If I disconnect that, so that's what it looks like, how it comes. Like that. If we hook that up, it hooks up with your cables, lighting, beacons, and again if you've gone for the flasher unit on the front of that, that's what that looks like. That's very cool. I'm a sucker for a flasher unit, I'm not going to lie. Then we've got, what have we got? Steering mode, we've got all-wheel steer. We've got a crab, and I love the fact that when you do the crab steer, it will adjust the back so it stays straight with the crab. Crab the other way, does the same that way. Go in that direction. Then we've got front wheel steer only, which is normally if you're going down the road. Then back to all wheel steer. Then we've got unfolding. That one, sorry, to go to the main vehicle. Unfold that. So if you want to go for that more realistic feel for when you're collecting your slurry to put in it, we've got up and down, left and right. It has got a light on it as well. And then we've got that movement there. So combinations of and then we can fold that back away again. We can activate double application if we want to. Switch back, unfold that, So this is in the review of the back bit, but just the tanker itself, and it operates the same way as the standard one from Giants does, but it's just like I say, it's just got all the extra options on that. If I hire a worker, interior, nice and detailed. I do like when you're moving, the bounce on the seat as you're going along. Don't always pay enough attention to the exterior viewed animations in the cab. I tend to kind of go and come inside and have a look here, but there's a brilliant one on the final mod we're going to look at as well. So hire a worker, and away it goes, doing its slurrying thing. Look at that tyre deformation, that is fantastic. Oh, that's such a cool look. There we go. The AT5104 pack by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau. Next. We've got these. This is the Claas Jaguar pack 50-year edition by Rentner Modding. 37.84 megabytes download, 22 slots and 21 slots. 22 slots and 21 slots. As you can see, a few different options for colours and changing the panels and stuff. You can go for the 50-year edition if you want to. The tracked edition has some options for the rear tyres, not as many as the wheeled edition. Has one pipe option for an extension. The wheeled edition has a small, medium, large pipe option, and a few more tyre options because obviously it's a tied one. It doesn't come with headers, this is just the base vehicles themselves, but again, very nicely made, nicely detailed. Just a few tweaks here and there on colour options and things like that, and adding the decal for 50-year edition. So this you will find, these you will find under forage harvesters. So your standard Jaguar 960 is there, and here we are. So slot count on this was 22, comes down to 1. That one was 21, comes down to 1. So what have we got? 626 horsepower, 925 horsepower. Those are your two options on your horsepowers. Then I say on the back is our tyre wheel brand options. So you've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Friedrichstein, Bad Trelleborg. No options within those. 50-year decal, yes or no. Pipe standard or lonk. Main colour. Anything on this palette, so we've got a standard, we've got a matte, we've got a chrome, if you want to go down that route, in the 3 different class colours, so depending on how you want to change it, you might not want to change it, it's up to you. We've then got the second colour, which again if I swap that out and do that for example, we'll do all of that. We've then got interior paint, let's go for the red so it will stand out a bit, there you go, so all the interior section, you can change the colour on that. Rim colour, grey special or grey matte, again any colour you want if you want for your rim colour, and a license plate option there too. Then the other one we've got 462, 516, 585, 626, 775, 884 for your horsepowers. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Friedrichstein, Bad Trelleborg, and Trelleborg, those two, Michelin, those two, Continental just that, Mitas just those, BKT that, Friedrichstein those, Bad Trelleborg same thing, 50-year decal, and then all the colour options are exactly the same for changing the various different panels that you can see, including the interior colour if you wish. So let's hop in. Oh hang on, did I miss the pipe option on that? Standard, large, extra large. Yes, sorry, I do apologise. Small, medium, large. So pipe out. Lights, including lights on the pipe as well. Horn, beacons. I say, other than all those changes, it operates like a normal forage harvester would, should, can. Does have a rear trailer hitch. Interior, no doors or windows. Was there any doors or windows? Was there? Don't think so. Open or close. That's the Claas Jaguar Pack 50-year edition by Rentner Modding. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today, and it's a beauty. What I'm going to say though, if you're a PC gamer watching this, I've spoken to Cavalier Roy a bit. I met him at Lama. There's a new map out today from Cavalier Roy. They did send me early access to this, but it's on PC, so obviously I don't usually do the PC mods. This is called Combined Counties by Cavalier Roy. It's taken all 4 of Cavalier Roy's maps and combined them to make a 4x map. Riverview, Maypole, Ebony Island and Glenleithen all onto one map. So you've got 4, and it's awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. So if you're playing on PC, you like Cavalier Roy maps, it's a new one, it's a 4x, it's a beast. I think there's a potential, if we get 4x maps on FS25 on console, I think Cavalier Roy is going to try and put it over. Maybe. I mean, I'm not saying for 100%. Anyway, last the mods for today. And it's this may not be your thing at all. I think it's gorgeous. I love my old machinery. This is the Matador Gigant by Deus Volt, 58.72 megabytes download, 17 slots for the harvester, 6 slots for each of the headers. There's a 3 meter and a 4.2. I've gone for the 4.2. Some nice colour options on this. This is an old Claas, but the sound effects, I took the optional covers off so you can see all the belts and the belt drives operating. This is another one as well. The seat, when you drive along and look at the side, the little bit of seat suspension there, the way it's done, again, that level of detail that you take for granted, you don't pay much attention to, it's there and it's just wow. So under harvesters, right there, 17,500, that's all. So they've got a 2,150 litre tank, but if you're just starting out and you're going small scale, or you're just getting going and you think, okay, start from scratch, you need something cheap, this might be right what you're looking for. We've got wheel setup standard, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is changing some of the tread patterns on the rear wheels as well. So 5, 6, 7, 8, then back to standard. Then we've got seat 1 or 2. I went for 2, a little bit more support. I think that was it, 1 and 2. Then we've got chopper, yes or no. I went yes, but that's up to you. Main colour, so we've got a few different choices in our Claas greens. So your darker one, a very bright one, a more faded, older look. Then you've got this classic, and then you can go for like a full silver, which I think that does look very, very cool. So if you've gone for the chopper on the back, we can change the chopper colour as well. So again, hang on, make sure I'm on the right one. So if you're going to mix and match, however you want to go about that, that's up to you. Then engine, up in the back here, we can change the engine colour. So let's go for a silver, it doesn't really stand out. Let's go for a dark green or the bright green so you can see it. So you can change the engine colour, and then rim colour as well, light red or dark red, depending on what you want to go for. Then we come out of there and we go to our tools, go to our headers. There's no header trailer with this. There's your 3 meter, there's your 4 meter, 4,500, 5,500. Slot count was 6 on each. It comes down to 1. Options on this: crop divider 1 and 2. Covers, yes or no. I took them off, but if for safety reasons you want to keep them on, that's absolutely fine. Then again, main colour, you can pick and choose what you go for. Real colour as well. That's your headers. So let's start this up. Takes a while for you to appear. There you go. Does look good. So enable and disable straw swath. We'll leave that enabled. Pipe out. I love this level of detail. Let's attach our header. See the bit of seat bounce? I'm just going to drive backwards. Pay attention, because I might need to zoom in. Look at the seat bounce, the little bits of seats. Look at that seat suspension. Huh. It's a tiny little detail, but wow. Look at it. That's incredible. So we've got the option 2, L1, R1 and left stick. We can open the top cover, like that. Again, the sound effects are absolutely brilliant. Let's put the pipe in. Takes a little bit to get going. There we go. We have got lights. Horn, no beacons. We do have indicators on the stalks in the rear. Starter up. Look at that shake. Look, you can see the pipe moving. All those belts going, look. Cutter bar going side to side. It just adds all that immersion to it. Look at it. That shake. If Siv's moving backwards and forwards, you can see the arms moving them. I love it. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. That's the Matador Gigant by Deus Volt. That's it for the mods for Thursday the 15th of August. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.